Hi guys, شكو معكم شخباركم. Miriam here, also known as a Faded Rose. Today I will be talking about my piece right here, Jinjan Azadi 2, Women Like Freedom 2. And I just want to explain my piece a little bit. I know this piece looks intense, especially at first sight. There's a gun, there's two women in black, one wearing a hijab, the other one wearing a burqa, and handwriting in the back. It looks like I was just practicing my calligraphy handwriting. But this piece is very important to me, and let's get into it. So this is an oil painting. I did everything by hand, okay? Each letter is by hand. Every detail is by my magical hands. The background is filled with Kurdish calligraphy saying Jinjan Azadi, which translates to women life freedom. As you can see, one is in a hijab and only her side profile is showing. And fun fact, that was supposed to be me, my side profile, but some people don't see it and some people do. And the other one is only showing her eyes. Some have seen my painting and thought that this was a man, which I don't see at all. My intention was to paint the back with only the eyes showing a woman, but again, the viewer sees whatever they see, you know. What does Jinjan Azadi mean? I think since I did call the painting that and I did name it that and it is repeated like about 400 times, let's get into it. Jinjan Azadi means woman, life, freedom. It is a Kurdish phrase that was popularized during Women's International Day on March 8th, 2006, I believe. And before that, it existed, but on 2006, it was just popularized. It was said and chanted during funeral ceremonies, especially victims of honor killings. It was chanted during protests. It was chanted by every feminist, by everyone demanding freedom. The philosophy behind it goes back decades, so it's not something new. It was popularized during the 2002 protests that were happening in Iran because of the death of Jina Mahsa Amini, which was a Kurdish woman that died in Iran at the hands of the Iranian government. So hence why the slogan Jinjan Azadi came back as a Kurdish woman died at the hands of the Iranian government. And a lot of people didn't even know that Mahsa, her first name was actually Jina, which is a Kurdish name. You know, rest in peace to Jina Mahsa Amini. But that's when it popularized, and a lot of people translated it in their own language, especially in Iranian or Persian. Translated it and said Jin Zangde Azadi. I think that's how you say it. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. Yeah, and there's a lot of discourse around that because every time I post about my first Jinjan Azadi piece and my second one, which is this one, a lot of people from Iran are like, they try and erase that this is a Kurdish slogan and it originated by Kurdish women. So it is important to give credit when it's due. And Kurdish freedom fighters are actually why I chose to put a gun in her hand, okay? Because Kurdish freedom fighters were the face of the movement. And if they want to pick up a gun and defend themselves and defend their right to live, then by all means they can do that. I know it is very controversial, and I think that's what good art is. It's supposed to be controversial, it's supposed to have people talking, and not everyone is going to be a fan of it, but that is my choice, and I'm sharing with you guys my intentions. So if one day I'm dead, you know, people understand why I chose to do what I did. And hopefully my art is big by then. So the gun is not a violent symbol. It is more of like a self-defense symbol, refusing to be erased in a way. Kind of a reminder that women are not just victims in history, but they're active in shaping it. Something else that I want to talk about, my choice of the hijab and the burqa. Okay, these women have stood on the front lines of protest for women, have stood on the front lines for, you know, the movement of feminism. I've stood on the front lines of resistance, and that to me is something that I wanted to capture and deliver. And for me, it's kind of important to show their resistance and strength. So that's why I chose to have them covered. So yeah. Also at that time, I was interested in wearing the hijab. So as an artist, your work is a product of your thoughts, your emotions, your whatever, anything you're feeling. Your work is kind of a product of that. And because at the time I was thinking of wearing the hijab, hence why I told you guys this is my side profile and you know, this woman is covered, but to some it doesn't translate like that. So yeah, this piece is literally just me layering the protest, the history of the slogan, and the presence of women being at the center of the fight for freedom. So after hand painting Zinjan as ID about like 400 times, I think I need an award in like Kurdish calligraphy. So whoever wants to give me my award, please do so. Yeah, I think that is pretty much all. Let me know what you guys think about the piece, how it resonates with you. And I also do sell prints of this piece now on my website, which will be linked down below. If you are interested in supporting me and my work, please do so. And I also have shirts available of my first Zinjan Azadi piece available also on my website, and also prints of all of my work. So if you want to see more, go on my website. Thank you so very much for watching. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and bye.